Welcome to Everyway Women. Ladies, I was recently reading about the Texas cheerleader who refused to cheer on her high school football team, got kicked off the squad. And they recently took this case to the Supreme Court, and now the court refused to hear it. So the reason she refused to cheer was because she was allegedly assaulted by this basketball player.
Sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Wow.
By him and 2 other guys is what I read. But I actually think that the school has a right to kick her off. I mean, I think that they pretty much do have, unlimited powers when it comes to that kind of thing. I remember I was a cheerleader, and I remember the guy that I liked, can't say he was really my boyfriend, but I wanted him to be my boyfriend. He had quarterback that day, and he was not feeling well. And I was crying while I was cheering. And I think the school, they didn't kick me off, but I think they had a right to say, you got to smile, you got to clap, you got to cheer, And so I'm not sure that I agree.
Looks like you have something to say.
Yeah.
Well, itching to say something.
I do kind of agree. At some point, the schools have to take control, because otherwise, then who's ruling the school if you don't allow the school to do their job? But we're talking about.
But it's not a high school crush. It's not someone that.
No, it isn't. It's
a really serious
and
situation.
He
was found not guilty. I mean,
it wasn't that he was found not guilty. He pled to a lesser something, which we all know. Quite often, people who are guilty will plead to lesser things just to prevent things from going to trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So even in that, there is that waiver of whether this gentleman was guilty of actions. Whether or not he was, the young lady or the high school girl feels violated.
She does.
And
exactly. So isn't it her right to kind of cross it? I was a cheerleader too. I had so much pressure. I know how that's like. But this, like,
and it seems like she was her refusing to cheer was her taking a stand on saying what happened is not right. He shouldn't still be able to play.
Exactly.
And I have to sit here and cheer for this team.
Exactly.
And this is what my school supports, basically supporting something that definitely shouldn't be supported.
Right, and it connects to sports players once they go into the professional realm, and the kind of conduct that they're kind of allowed to get away with, sort of say.
That's true.
And this is something you see often in women, where they're afraid to kind of come out and say, I was sexually assaulted. And this girl did. She said she was sexually assaulted. And to think nobody's believing her, and the only thing she can do is sit there and cross her arms and say, I'm not cheering today.
Here's one of the things that I think got overlooked is, one is, she's now in a high school with this young man. Why do her parents continue to keep her in a school where she has to see this person on 5 days a week?
That's true.
And why
it could have also been her choice not to leave the school. She could have taken a stand.
What if she did this in a class? What if she said, she just stood up in the class and just went like this, and she wasn't going to answer questions? The school would have a right to say, sorry, you're out of the school. We're going to expel you.
But it's also,
sorry, this kid's in your class. Go to another school if you don't like
Still,
it.
she's saying he allegedly raped her.
I understand.
That's a different thing. I think she's just kind of standing up for her rights, because so often there are girls who are raped or assaulted sexually by guys, and a lot of times if they're star athletes or if they're like big in the school with sports, and the school, they're very valuable to the school, they won't get rid of these people. And instead they'll try to keep it quiet. They don't want it to be on the news. They don't want their school to look bad, and yet the woman is the one to suffer. So, I mean,
all she wanted to do is protest in a symbolic way, and she's not doing anything violent.
It's peaceful.
But now, what if she had been a cheerleader at a different school, and when this player came out, she decided to make a stand? There's a time and a place for everything. And although emotionally I connect with this young lady in a very deep way, and my heart goes out to her for her experience and for what she wants to accomplish, again, why allow herself, why do her parents, why does she allow herself to still be within the same realm where this young man is, and kind of walk through that emotionally over and over again, to have to see this person in the hallway?
So do you ladies think the Supreme Court was right to refuse the appeal?
I don't necessarily think it was right to refuse the appeal. I mean, I don't know.
Well, she lost the case.
Different. Yeah, she lost the case.
And now they're asking, the school's asking to be reimbursed for attorney fees, which I think is like $40,000, $50,000.
Right.
That's what's happening
her family went through so much already, and now they're saying pay.
No, I mean, I feel for her too, but I don't think she's really right what she did with regards to the cheerleading.
Right.
I think she should have just
I agree with Charlotte on that level, but on emotional level, and what that means for her and what it means for other women is, if don't put yourself in that situation, and it sucks, but you're the one that's suffering emotionally, why continue to traumatize yourself and put yourself on that position? Go to another school, and when that person comes out, then you can make a stand, and your school and those people will support you.
Right.
As opposed to...
But at the same time, she doesn't have to change her so many different ways to look at it. You
Right,
don't
because
want
it's like
someone
she has to
completely
stop
change
her
their
whole
lives
life
around.
Right.
because someone did something to her while he gets to live his life and, you know.
Right, and it's very
and everything
unfair.
yeah.
It's very unfair.
But
It is unfair.
Yeah, life is fair.
Ladies,
unfair.
we're gonna continue on with our heated debates in the coming segments. We'll be right back.